Hi everyone and welcome to this latest in my gentle workout series. Today we're going to be standing up using a chair or your worktop in your kitchen or a windowsill just for a little bit of support. It will involve either changing your chair from side to side or turning around to do the exercises on the other side. So do just bear that in mind as the workout goes on. This is just going to be about 12-15 minutes or so of just some gentle exercises to work through our legs, hips, waists and our arms at the same time. So let's get going without further ado. Just using your chair for a little bit of support. Just take some little knee bends and rises with your feet and heels, knees and inner thighs, just pulling gently together. Just some little knee bends and rises, just going as low or as high as you feel you want to. So very good, just take a few more, keeping our shoulders back and down and beginning to think about our posture, taking our bottoms down with us, not sticking it out behind us. Good, and from there, just take some little knee lifts. It doesn't matter which leg starts us off. Just some little knee lifts, not going too high, and doing it at your own pace. So if you'd rather slow it down, you can, but if you can, just a little bit quicker. Lovely, fabulous. That's really nice. Let's put the feet back together, squeeze everything together, inner thighs, knees, and just take some knee bends. So you won't go down very low here. We're restricting it by keeping our legs together. We're keeping our heels pushing down into the floor. And the good thing about doing some of these is not only are we engaging through our thighs, through our glutes a little bit, we're also stretching out, I don't know if you can feel it, down the backs, behind your heels and around your ankles, which is a really good thing to do. Lovely. And let's take those knee lifts again, straight after. So again, you might be able to get your knees up really high as you get warmer. You might prefer to just literally pull your feet off the floor. It's up to you. My tummy is pulling in gently, just beginning to tone, and my shoulders are back and down, and I'm just breathing normally. Using the chair for support, but if you feel able, you could just do them without holding on to. Good. Pop your feet down and just take your feet hip width apart now. Just take your outside arm up and down, using that chair for some support as you go. And if you can, we're going to carry on lifting the knees up and down while we take our arm up and down too. And down, and up, and down, and up, and down. Keep the knees going if you want to, and we're just going to push across and pull back. Push and pull. But you could just do the arm on its own, because we've done quite a lot of these knee lifts now, so you don't need to do them both together. You could just do the arm. So the elbows just having a little pull back and then a little stretch across your body. Lovely, good. And then stop your legs and bring that arm down. This time just bring your arm up in front of you, bend your elbow, stretch and down. Lift, bend your elbow and down. Lift, bend your elbow, and as you bend your elbow you can have a little squeeze in your shoulder blades now. Forward and down. Lift and squeeze, forward and down, lift up and squeeze, forward and down, lift up, squeeze. And you can feel that beginning to work through your upper arm. Got a lovely bit of work going on through the upper back, across your shoulders, and lift and pull and up and down. From here, just check you have enough room just to take some circles now, going forward, up, back and down. Lovely, just loosening through that shoulder. You might find you're out here a little bit. You might prefer to bend your elbow. Completely up to you. Listen to your own body and go from there. Good. Let's now just take some little waist bends. We're going to use our chair and just bend in towards our chair and up. Keeping our hips steady, a little softening through your knees. And again, you might prefer to have a slightly wider stance here, so just take your feet a little bit wider than your hips. And if you want to, lift your elbow up to the ceiling as you go, taking care not to throw that hip out to the side. Just go over that. Oh, and it's quite nice. Nice to stretch up through the side and get your back muscles going over as well. Lovely. If you're feeling really energetic, we could take that long arm up overhead. Again, taking care to keep that hip under control. Soft through your knees so you're not pushing back through that knee joint. And taking some of your weight, not actually pushing down too hard on your chair, holding your own body weight up. It's just there for a little bit of balance as well. Good. Take your arm out to the side now and just take some swings across and out, releasing through that arm as it's worked quite hard. Good. A little bit of a knee bend if you want to add that in as well. Good. Fabulous. And we're just going to now take our chair around to the other side, or just turn around and take your screen with you. So I'll just give you a couple of moments to do that. Good, well done. So standing with your feet hip width apart now, let's start to work this side of the body a little bit, taking that arm up and down as you go. Good, stretching up and down. And again, if you want to, just adding in a knee lift. It doesn't matter which knee lifts up with your arm. If you've got a different knee than me going up at the same time as your arm, that's absolutely fine. I'm not worried which one is going up and down. Good. Excellent. Fabulous. Keep the knee lift going and then turn it into a push and a pull across. Lovely. The job I've got now is trying to remember the order I do the exercises in on the other side, so it might not be exactly the same as I get back into that. Good. So my tummy's pulled up and in, my shoulders are back and down. Great stuff. And I'm reaching across and pulling back, reaching across, pulling back, reaching across, pulling back. Lovely. Fabulous. And just come down. We're now going to stretch that arm up, pull it back, reach forward and down. Lift up, pull it back, reach forward and down. Lift up, pull it back, and down and lift, pull back, lift. Let's do 4 more of those. Up, draw back, forward and down, lift and pull and forward and 1 more. Up, draw back, reach forward and down. Good, lovely. So now this arm, we're going to stretch our body over this way now and up, working the other side of our back muscles and our core muscles. Keeping our ribs lifted rather than collapsing over, we're going to take our head level with where our ceiling meets our wall, keeping our shoulders back and down, a little bit of softness through our knees so we're not locking that joint right back. You might prefer to have your feet a little bit wider, up to you. Keep both feet flat on the floor, and then if you want to make that a bit bigger, you can just lift your elbow up, but we're using the other hand as a little bit of support on the back of our chair or our worktop. Good. And then a bit like the other side, keep doing that, but if you want to, you can take a bigger stretch over. And it's really lovely to stretch up through the side of our body, but listen to your own body. If it's hurting your lower back, check you're not sticking your bottom out behind you, keep your sitting bones underneath you, knees a little bit bent. Good. Fabulous. And then let's finish there and finish there. Good. Now if you can stand facing your chair or your worktop, that would be really good. Take your feet out a little bit wider and we're just going to bend our knees up and down. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm taking my sitting bones out. So we're doing a few squats. You can go down as deep as you want to, but watch those knees. Don't overextend your knees there. Pushing down through your heels, down and up. Just nice little squats going down and up. Lovely. Good. Now we're going to go down and straighten one leg, down and straighten the other. I don't know if you can see around my chair. So I'm bending and straightening one leg, bending, straightening the other. Bend and straighten, down and lift. Down and stretch and down. Stretch. Just 3 more. And 2. And 1. And come back in. Now you can keep your chair exactly where it is. Just lift one leg up behind you. Keep your hips underneath your shoulders if you can. And just do some little back presses. Just to stretch out across the front of your hips. And then keep your knees meeting. Try not to bring the working knee any further forward than your supporting knee. Bend your supporting leg a bit. And take that leg out and in. You see that there, I'll just come on a slight angle. so that you can see. Lovely, and pop it down. Do the same on the other leg. So if I just turn mine around, but you obviously don't need to, we're just going to go out and in. Here, my weight's not wobbling from side to side, I've got a strong supporting leg. And then I'm just going to take that knee back and in. Good. Movement's really good for our hips. Lovely. And our hips take a lot of our body weight, obviously, through them, so it's good to keep them healthy and strong. And then just pop it down and down. Pick up the other knee again, and this time, just working our hamstrings. This is a really good one for helping to strengthen our knee. The muscles that go down at the back of our knee really like this one, but they also work further up, so it's a really good hamstring curl here. And then just do some more on the other leg, up and down. Good. So a few different moves here today. Hope you're enjoying this one. Nearly finished. Good. And then come back round with your chair in front of you. Put one hand on your chair, take your feet to about hip width apart. Just lift one arm up overhead and then just take it very gently and very lightly to one side. And then come down and stretch up on the other side. And come down. Good. Keeping the chair in front of us, we're going to clap our hands, push forward to one side, stretching our shoulders, push. Clap, stretch, clap, stretch, clap. Imagine we're doing patty cake with somebody, but that somebody is standing over on an angle to us, so we're stretching across our shoulders. Clap, push, clap, push, clap, push, clap. If you'd rather hold on, we can just do it this way and just swap that little bit of balance. So you just clap your chair back if you'd rather, but if you can, have a little stretch and pull across. Good. Excellent. Fabulous. Well done. Holding on with one hand, take a step back away from your chair. Swing that arm across, making sure you stop, not do what I did and bash into your other arm. And then change arms, take it out, swing down and up. Try not to crash into your other arm, but just loosening through that shoulder. Good. And then we're just going to take a little curl. So bend your knees, stand back from your chair a little bit and just round your back. And take your upper body, holding onto your chair, just down a little bit, not too far. And then straighten up. And straighten up. Let your back lengthen, pull your tummy in, weight forward over the balls of your feet, bottom in, don't sit your bottom out here, so weight forward, and then come up. Let's do one more of those. And come up, good. Let's take a deep breath in, both arms lifting if you can, one arm if you'd rather. Ooh, have a lovely deep breath in. Breathe out, and again, breathe in, and breathe out. Well done, lovely to see you again this week. I was thinking next time, if you have a little scarf, like not a big woolly scarf, but a cloth scarf, or a handkerchief, or something like that, we might do something wafting scarves and handkerchiefs about. So bear that in mind for the next video. But I hope you enjoyed that one, standing with our chair, and I'll see you next time.